finally back with another video, and these parts are again coming from Z1. I had a gift card and I decided to take a look, see what they had available. And for their Black Friday sale, we got us some aluminum strut crossmember brace and also some hood struts so that it opens without the big metal holder upper thing in the way. So I'm going to start first with the unboxing, and we can go ahead and take a look at them before we put them on the car. All right, this is how it comes in the box, and it was nicely packaged with our foam on the corners here so that it doesn't poke through. Dandy package opening knife, and go ahead and start undoing some of this. Here we are all opened up. We have our hood struts over here with the bracket and hardware. I had a faulty shipment sent to me that only had one bracket, but they emailed me before I even got the package saying that they probably messed that up. So they were on top of helping me get a new one. Now onto the actual cross member for my engine bay. This looks awesome. All of these welds are super nice, and this material is super thick, scratch resistant, with billet end caps that have Z1 on them. Now this is awesome because it has improved rigidity by 10% according to Z1's website, and it's also half the weight. And on this sale I got it for 250 bucks. Now I'm assuming this bracket they're adding here is if you have a higher mount for turbo applications or whatever else, this will be for the back area so that it sits a little higher in the engine bay and can accommodate a larger engine or manifolds or whatever underneath. So next we'll be putting it on our car. All right, we are back out here doing our strut tower cross member. The hood struts had that package issue, so I haven't got that in yet, but we're gonna do the hood strut cross member. It's pretty easy. It's just gonna be your 14 millimeter screws there, and then here where you're going to pop up your two clips here, pull this off, and then two more right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those off now and move the new one into place. Here it is once all the bolts are disconnected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now it should just pull right up and out. Go ahead and set that to the side so you can see it for comparison. Now this has to be some kind of steel because that is a very heavy chunk of metal versus this, and you're getting 10% more rigidity with this for half the weight. Definitely worth it if you can pick it up on sale. Let me go ahead and put that in now. This will require a slight modification, however. So on this section here, when you go to put it on, this will not fit underneath of this cross member here. So what their example Z car did was they just went ahead and cut right along this line right here, and that will open it up enough for it to sit on top and clip in the back and clip in the front here. You won't have these clips, but it should be secure enough with those back clips. This is how I ended up cutting it to accommodate the bars. So the edges and then the center has to come out because those pop up and the bar comes straight out from them. If you want to retain your factory clip points here, you should be able to. Just cut that center part out that's raised, and from there you should be able to just slide it underneath like that and then snap it down into place like so, and it will look pretty seamless. And it's in. The only thing I will say is I had a slight bit of a tight squeeze right here next to there, but that's all right, still fit. Still got my rubber sealing there. This side looks great, and it works decently with the cover. I've seen a lot of people just take that off. You can do your own custom cover on top of the engine if you want to, but I think that looks awesome. It looks like almost rally car-ish, and I like all the extra kind of beams that cover that empty space that was there before. So let me go ahead and finish cinching that down. Next up, to get rid of that bar, which I already hit my head on once trying to go under the hood the first time. So here we go. Doing the hood strut install now. You're gonna need a 12 millimeter wrench, a 13 millimeter socket, and then I just use some flatheads to pop the pop clips. A little bit about this. When you're putting it together, you'll put the nub one at this end, and it has the screw. This will go where this actual pop clip is, and then the bracket will mount to the side with the black side, and that goes on your first 2 screws of your hood. This has a locking collar on it to keep it in place. All you have to do to pop that up is just get underneath of one side and pop it up, and it'll unlock, and then you pull out. Then you'll push in the clip, and then once that clips in, you'll put this back through to lock it into place. Up your car just a few inches on one side so that you have enough room to fit your hand in the wheel well, because you'll have to screw the bottom end of this nut onto the underside in your actual wheel well. Alright, come on over here. So we'll place it in this bottom one like this, and we'll screw on the nut in just a second. Then this upper bracket will be always facing inwards on both sides so it doesn't interfere. And from there, we will go ahead and just tighten down all 3 of our bolts. So for nut sizes, freaking yellow jacket. Okay, so for nut sizes, we got 12mm on the actual hood nuts, and 13 for the nut provided by Z1 with their kit. Now that both strut tubes are in, we're going to go ahead and take this out and see if it holds its own weight. Let's see if I can get, there we go. Oh, would you look at that? Maybe like ½ an inch under stock, but it stays well now. So if you would like, you can either remove this or just leave it there. Doesn't really matter. But with that, we're going to lower it and see how the fitment is, because I've heard that it's been kind of bad. Alright. Come over here, Naomi. So if you look from the side, you can see it's just slightly lifted. Barely though. Let's look at the other side. And this side is also just slightly elevated. That's actually stupid. And then after checking your fitment, finding that file or that Dremel and just knocking a little notch right where it might hit that plastic, this is how it will open for you. Just unlatch it, and it stays open right up at stock. New engine bay, nothing in the way to hit your head on, which I have multiple times. So, see you next time.